Hi everyone, welcome to the University of California presentation. I've been admitted. Now what? My name is Kuka Acosta. I'm the Associate Director for School Services here at UCSB, and this is really an open-ended question series, so please, that little box that says ask a question, type it in, and we're going to really try to get to the heart of all of your questions. But while those questions are coming in, let's tell you a little bit about UCSB. To start off with, where are we? We're located 100 miles north of Los Angeles on the coast. So you see that picture on the screen? You know those little white things and the blue thing on the bottom? That's called the Pacific Ocean. That's right. We're on the coast. We're the only oceanfront, truly the only oceanfront campus. So you're going to find that for UCSB students, walking down to the beach is as easy as getting out of your dorm room, taking a few steps. For UCSB, we also happen to love the outdoors when it comes to those mountains. So notice that little hilly stuff towards the top, right there on the PowerPoint, right there. That's the San Ynez Mountains. For all of you bikers and hikers and all of that fun stuff outdoors, but for all of you, I welcome you to UCSB to discover a campus like no other. Now, if you've received admission to Santa Barbara, what you are able to brag about is that for UCSB, we had a record number of applicants. I know every college is saying that, but for Santa Barbara, we were really excited to see 67,000 applicants at the freshman level and about 14,000 applicants at the transfer level. That's right, UCSB was right about 81,000 total applicants, which just gives me job security. Actually, it was really exciting to see the caliber of our applicants rise yet again. We really are a community of scholars. Students were just so impressive. Grades, test scores, it was all looked at the freshman level. Classes that you completed, transferable units, see, that was all looked at the transfer level. And just for my transfer students realizing, we have still a few thousand applications to go. Realize that we do have a guarantee that will notify our fall 2014 applicants at the transfer level no later than the end of April. So by May 1st, you'll definitely know your final decision for UCSB if you are a transfer applicant. Now, when it comes to Santa Barbara, who did we admit at the freshman level since that process is completely done? Well, of the 67,000 students, about 24,000 received admission. That means this year we had a 36% admit rate. That is just insane for us. We usually see 40, 50% and so on and so forth. So for all of you who received an offer of admission, congratulations. Olay and I, this is my pal Olay, are very excited to welcome you to the Gaucho family. Now, when it comes to UCSB, what you should know as you're making your decision is that definitely there's a lot to consider. So just a few highlights. We have 5 Nobel laureates on our campus that are still actively doing research and oftentimes will conduct seminars or guest lectures for our undergraduate students. Yeah, that's right, you guys. For UCSB, we're going through a completely cool and up-to-date renovation of our library. So you'll see a state-of-the-art digital library in the next 2-3 years. That's exciting for our incoming students. You're also going to find that when it comes to academics, one of the big key factors of a University of California campus is the ability for our faculty to conduct research. That's right. We're asking questions in every discipline. How do I make that building safer to withstand an earthquake? How do I find that cell that mutates to cause Alzheimer's? How does that particular plant grow in -5-degree weather? And can I duplicate it during a snowstorm in the Midwest? Questions. We're asking questions. And our faculty are conducting research. Now, what's unique about Santa Barbara is that of our 22,000 students, about 19,000 students are undergraduate, so about 86%, give or take. That means that we don't have enough graduate students to help us with that research. So guess who comes into play? Think about it. That's right, you, an undergraduate student, a second year, a third year, a transfer student coming in, a senior, they're part of our research projects. That's why 52% of students leave UC Santa Barbara with a resume that includes research. It's so exciting to think about your name being published on a research project or going to a conference and presenting with a world-renowned faculty member. And the important part of your undergraduate curriculum is that, well, guess what? Faculty teach all of our lectures. From your introduction psychology class, Psychology 1, all the way up to your senior seminars, it's faculty in the classroom. It's faculty in the lectures teaching you introduction classes, intermediate classes, advanced classes, seminars. So really that 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio makes us feel like a small campus community, even though we have large campus resources. Now, we happen to have an amazing opportunity for students to really get involved on campus. So before I start touching upon all of the steps to enrollment and what you have to do next if you're admitted, I do want to touch upon two things. One is that we do have 3 separate colleges. We have the College of Letters and Science, we have the College of Engineering, and we have the College of Creative Studies. When you saw the email that said, hey, your portal, go check it to see your status, and then you logged into your applicant status, after seeing congratulations, you're admitted, you also saw your major that you were admitted to and the college you were admitted to. I do want to make note that our 3 separate colleges oftentimes get confused because some majors are offered in more than one. For example, physics is offered in the College of Letters and Science and in the College of Creative Studies. So make sure you read, what is my college, what is my major? For those of you who applied as undeclared or undecided, people, I still like you. I do. About 1 in 4 students is a freshman who is undeclared at UCSB right now. So you're in the majority of our enrolled students. But I do want to point out one quick fact. In about 2 weeks, you're going to get an email that says, are you undeclared, but you're thinking of a science? Maybe you're thinking of going pre-med at UCSB? Well, guess what? You want to change your major. It's very important for our students that if they're in any way, shape, or form considering a science major, that includes our 10 biologies, it includes physics, it includes chemistry, it includes things like earth science, geography, chemistry is a required course for all of those classes. And because of our space capacity on campus, our limitations, we will limit chemistry coursework in the freshman year to students whose majors fall under those sciences. And that includes engineering as well, guys. So if you have undeclared or undecided as your major that you were admitted to, but you have that science or pre-med mind, send us an email. Send us an email and change your major. You could do this after you SIR, which means Statement of Intent to Register, but you want to make sure you do that before orientation so that we can get you into the right classes for your incoming or for your freshman year. All right, guys, now that I've talked about that, let's talk a little bit about the fun part of life, getting involved on campus. If you didn't know, UCSB students happen to love the outdoors. We're usually outdoors 300 days out of the year because, well, 300 days out of the year, there's sunshine. You're going to find that Santa Barbara has Division I NCAA. We're part of the Big West Conference in 19 of our 20 sports. For swimming and diving, we're part of the Pac-12. If you're not ready to compete at that level, that's okay. I still like you because we have sports clubs as well as intramural options. For our sports clubs, students can try out, they can participate, they can travel, they can really compete with other colleges and universities. You just don't have the NCAA rules in place. For those of you who are like, I don't want to travel, I'm done with that. I did varsity in high school. I'm done with the competition. I just want to play my sport. No problem. I got you covered. That's what intramural's all about. When it comes to UCSB, intramural sports don't travel. It's UCSB students competing against UCSB students. There are some amazing options for intramural. So sign up once you become a first-year student. You'll find that the sports do rotate from fall, winter, and spring quarters. So you can do intramural, inter-tube water polo in the spring, and you can do volleyball in the fall, and you can do soccer in the winter. You choose. That's part of the fun of being at UCSB. Now, if you're not athletically inclined, i.e. someone like me, that's okay. You can go cheer on these amazing athletes as they compete, either going to go see a friend in an intramural sport, hanging out with a colleague as you want to travel and for sports clubs, or going and being part of our Gaucho Locos, our pep team that really cheers on not just, one sport, but all of our 20 NCAA club sports. I'm sorry, our NCAA sports. All right, another fun topic. Dun, da, da, da. Housing. I know you're all ready to move away from home, right? Mom and dad are just getting a little too lovey-dovey. There's just a lot going on, and you need some space. We have plenty. UCSB, for our incoming freshmen, we have a 4-year housing guarantee. That's right, 4-year housing guarantee. For my transfer students, you get your 2-year housing guarantee. All right, so transfer students, when you say, yes, I am coming to Santa Barbara, I am excited, I'm ready, and you're thinking, okay, do I want to live on campus? We give you the option to decide between the residence halls or the UCSB apartments. There are 3 apartment buildings. There are 8 residence halls. Now, not all of our residence halls are open to our continuing students. We do have some freshman-based halls. So if you are thinking, I want to live in a residence hall, I just don't want to live with freshmen, that's okay. There's something called a Living Learning Community, LLC. Living Learning Community. That LLC happens to have a transfer-focused floor. So if you want to live with other transfer students, sort of, people who are a little more on the line of where you're at, socially, academically, we've got that covered. Now, because you have an option between the two, your contract for housing will be due by June 10th. All right, make note of that. My housing contract is due online by June 10th. And I'm going to tell UCSB Housing I want to live in the apartments or I want to live in the residence halls as a transfer student. Now, my freshmen, for you, your housing contract is a guarantee in one of the 8 residence halls. That's right. Freshmen are guaranteed housing in one of the 8 residence halls. Now, what's really fun about the residence halls, 5 of the 8 have oceanfront views. I know! What kind of a place is this? It's the best place ever. That's what it is. So for my incoming freshmen, what you get to do is once you say, yes, I am coming to UCSB, sign me up, and you submit your statement of intent to register. Once again, that's your SIR. Then about, 24 to 48 hours later, the housing office is going to send you a very nice email that says, why, hello, welcome to the family. And if you want housing, it's guaranteed. Here's what you have to do. And the first thing you have to do is you have to fill out what's called a questionnaire for housing. That questionnaire is going to ask you, I think it's 12 to 13 questions, but they're questions that you should really take seriously. So be honest, not ambitious. No, what do I mean by that? I'm honest. I'm a, smoker, not ambitious. I'm trying to quit smoking, so if I say I'm not a smoker, maybe my future roommate will help me quit. Oh, no, that is not nice, and that is not honest. So find yourself filling out the questionnaire honestly. Smoker, non-smoker. I studied music. I need silence. Give us that type of information, and what we'll do is we'll give you, after you finished your questionnaire, a little code that you put into your housing contract. That's right, your online housing contract is available. You can download that PDF at any point in time. You want to read through it. I know it's long, and you're like, maybe if I just skim through it. No. Read through it. At the end of the contract, I think it's page 13 or 14, there's actually a one-page area where you have to sign, your parents sign, and you put that questionnaire code. That one page gets returned back to the housing office, and that deadline is June 1st. June 1st, el primero de junio, June 1st. It is important that you do not forget that. And that's because for UCSB Housing, it's an on-campus, 5 p.m. in the housing office, June 1st deadline. Everything else in the world is postmarked except for UCSB's housing contract. So please, please, please don't miss that deadline. On June 2nd, housing will roll up their sleeves and they'll start digging through all of your contracts, which means it doesn't matter what day you turn in your contract. You turn it in today, tomorrow, June 1st. I don't care. June 2nd, we'll go and start reading all of your applications. And then we spend the entire summer pairing you up with your future soulmate. It's like eHarmony for college living, guys. It's awesome. You're going to find that your roommate, if you were honest, can become your best friend in college. Now, for those of you going, I have a friend already who got admitted, we want to live together, is that okay? Not a problem. As long as, there's always fine print, it's not a problem as long as both of you ask for each other. So if Diana goes, I really want to live with Kelsey, and Kelsey's like, I don't know a Diana, then no, we won't pair you up together. That's called stalking, and we don't do that at UCSB. So realize that if you want to live with someone who you know, you have to ask for each other. And it helps if in your housing questionnaire, a lot of the similarities are there with regards to where you want to live. My first choice building is this, my second choice building is that. So talk to each other as you're working on your housing contract. Okay, so there was the housing information. Any housing questions, type them in. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on talking about other fun things at UCSB. All right. So what do you need to know about the campus structure academically? Well, the first thing you need to know is that for UCSB, your fall curriculum, your courses, what you get to register for, will be available to you as early as orientation. That's right. For students who say, yes, I'm coming to Santa Barbara, orientation opens up in mid-May, and then depending on your availability, so freshmen, it's going to be June through August. For my transfer students, it will be middle of August. You're going to register for one of the multiple sessions that we have. Usually freshman students can choose from 12 different orientation sessions. You say, this is my first choice weekend, that's my second choice. Transfer students, it's just a single day, and there's a week in, again, August that you get to select from. Okay, I show up at orientation, I learn about my major, I learn about the requirements to graduate, I do all of that great stuff. And then on day 2 of orientation, freshmen get to walk away with their course schedule for fall. Yay! I know, it's exciting, right? We'll guarantee you your 12 units for full-time standing when you leave orientation. For my transfer students, you will have all of the instructions for orientation on how to register, and then you'll have your open registration date in September. Okay, guys, what does that mean? Well, for Santa Barbara, we have our fall quarter. That's right, UCSB is on the quarter system. We have our fall quarter that starts pretty late this year. The first day of class is October 2nd. That's right, you heard me, October 2nd. That means move-in weekend, when I get to move into my residence hall and meet my roommate and decorate and make life exciting. That's the 28th and 29th of September this year. So for those of you thinking, oh, summer is so short, what am I going to do? Honey, you got 4 months, maybe even 5 months if your school ends in May. So realize that there's plenty of time to do all of the things you wanted to do. Travel, work, watch a movie, watch Game of Thrones, whatever you want to do for the 4 or 5 months of summer before Santa Barbara starts. Now, with that notice, here's something to realize about class schedule. Oftentimes, parents start freaking out. Okay, how come you're not taking enough classes? What's going on? Well, hopefully you know this, but if not, here's something new to learn. That when it comes to UCSB and our quarter system, oftentimes you're going to take classes Monday, Wednesday, or Friday for 50 minutes. Or Tuesday and Thursday for an hour and 15 minutes. And when it comes to registering for classes, I've already said this, full-time is 12 units. So you're taking 12 units. That's 12 hours of class time. So most classes fall between 3 to 4 units. There are some classes like a PE class that could be 1 unit. So you're going to find that as you're filling your schedule, you might have 12 to 16 units, but that also means you have 28 hours during the week that you're not in class. There's still plenty to do. Lots and lots and lots to do. You can really get involved in extracurricular activities. For Santa Barbara, about 85% of our students are involved in extracurricular activities. Those could be anything from our 500 plus student organizations. Maybe you want to be involved in something that's really going to be looking good on your resume. Like, I want to be an accountant, so I'm going to join UCSB's Accounting Association. Maybe it's that you're a future engineer, so you want to be part of Los Ingenieros. Maybe it's that you really want to get involved in theater, so you're part of our improv theater group. Maybe it's something that's more personal. Maybe it's religious based. Hillel. Maybe it's something to do with your political views. The young Republicans, the young Democrats. Options, options, options. I'll tell you right now, I'm part of a club. I know I'm not a student, but I can still be part of a club, people. I'm part of the barbecue club. Yes, you heard me right, the barbecue club. So we get together once a month and we cook meat over a grill. It's awesome. Low commitment, lots of great friends are made, there's meals, and it's fun. And guess what? It's a great way to really socialize, and that's one of the things that UCSB students do well. We're able to really get to communicate, to connect with other students, and then build those networking opportunities for future graduate school letters of recommendation, future references on your resume, so on and so forth. Now, if you're looking for a particular student club or organization, you're going to find them listed on UCSB's Office of Student Life website. Let me say that one more time. All of our clubs and organizations are listed on UCSB's Office of Student Life website. So if you're looking for a club or organization, then you just want to go on to osl.sa.ucsb.edu. That Office of Student Life website will allow you to scroll through the 500 organizations. That same website happens to have UCSB's 40 Greek organizations. So fraternities and sororities are also listed there for you if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, I'm almost done with my talking so that you guys can start asking more questions, and actually I'm going to start answering some of your questions too. Now, when it comes to UCSB, this is the question that your parents are going to ask you. All right, but what are you going to do afterwards? Can you graduate in 4 years? Are there enough classes? You know, all of those things are the parent response. So let me talk to the parent for the moment saying this. Yes, you can definitely graduate in 4 years if you're an incoming freshman. Actually, the majority of our students are graduating in 4 years. We're well above the national average with almost 70% of students finishing in 4 years. Yay! Go Gauchos! That has a lot to do with students like you, your wonderful overachiever you, who graduated from high school with advanced placement credits or college credits or international baccalaureate diplomas. All of those gain you college units, and those college units help you graduate early. In fact, 5% of our students finish in 3 years. I know. Why would you want to leave after 3 years? But some students do, so we respect that. But most of our students are finishing in 4. Our engineers, definitely 4 years. Our students in the sciences, 4 years. Those of you who come in undeclared and change your major 5 times before you find your passion, you still finish in 4 years as well. Now, for those of you coming in as transfer students, the majority of you who have your college prep curriculum will find yourself graduating in 2 years. For those of you who are physics majors but never took a science class, you might look at 3 years, but the majority of our transfer students are finishing in 2 years. Again, almost 70% of our students. Now, it's really exciting to see our students come onto campus and then after 2 or 4 years, transfer a freshman, walk across the stage on the faculty green and grab their UCSB degree. So we're really excited to welcome you onto campus. And one of the things that we do to help you get ready and visualize that graduation ceremony is that when it comes to UCSB's first week of class, we actually have something called convocation. So you move into the residence halls, you make friends, you're like, hey, what's going on? Or hey, what you doing? Or hey, let's go to the ice cream social. So you're having a good time. And then you show up with all the other first-year students, and you sit exactly where you're going to graduate in a few years. And we have a whole procession, so our chancellor, our faculty, our deans, and we set expectations for you. But we also give you that feeling of like, okay, this is what it's going to be like. So it's really exciting for us to see that for you, but also for you to sit through that. So when it comes to graduation, yes, there are classes that you need. Yes, there's advising that you need in order to graduate on time. Yes, our students are graduating in 2 years as transfer, 4 years as incoming freshmen. And oftentimes our students will find themselves able to graduate early if they've come in with those AP credits, IB diploma, or college credits. Not everyone wants to graduate early though. It's an option. All right. So here's what you need to do. I've given you quite a few dates and deadlines. I've tossed them out. So I want to make sure that they're in a visual format for you. So let's go through all of your fun deadlines, shall we? All right, deadline number 1. I got admitted to UCSB. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say, oh yeah, sign me up. I am ready. It is my future home. I'm excited. Life is good. For freshmen, you need to do this by May 1st. At midnight, on May 1st, we'll go in and we'll say turn off the SIR option, that statement of intent to register. That means that your offer of admission is null and void on May 2nd. I know deadlines, they're terrible, but they're a reality in your life now, people. So don't go, oh, I missed the deadline. Can I get an extension? No. Plenty of people will say yes by the deadline. So make sure that you meet that May 1st SIR. Again, that's midnight Pacific time. Second thing to note is on May 1st as well, we would like you to fill out what's known as your Statement of Legal Residency, also known as the SLR. It's a set of questions that will ask you about, where were you born or where do your parents reside? And that's what's going to trigger I'm paying out-of-state or I'm paying in-state fees. It is important to fill that out. Now, I do want to make note because someone asked a question in the chat room earlier, and that is for those of you who are AB 540 eligible. AB 540 eligible, your statement of legal residency, answer it honestly. If it seems that you're going to be a California resident for AB 540 purposes, this online form triggers your AB 540 affidavit. For those of you going, what's an AB 540? If you don't know, then that's not you, and we'll move on. Okay, now it's May 1st. We've said yes, we're excited. What if you're like, I've already said yes. I've already signed my SIR. Well, welcome to the family. Yay, gauchos. So you already know that the next deadline's coming up, and that is that housing contract will be in your inbox in a few hours after your SIR. So as you're contemplating, do I want to live on campus? Do I not? You want to make sure that on your calendar around May 15th, you go back into our website and specifically to the orientation page and you register for your orientation session. Now, orientation will have, again, 12 different sessions starting in mid-June through early August for freshman students, and usually sessions are Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday. So pick whatever works well in your schedule. After that, for my transfer students, your orientation dates usually a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, again, mid-August. You pick the one that's right for you, and then you're like, yay, I'm signed up for orientation. Now June comes. Oh, June. I love June because it's summer and school's over. You're graduating from high school. You've finished your community college coursework. It's beautiful weather. The days are long. It's my birthday. I love June. June is your housing. June is housing. Okay, for my freshmen, I will say this one more time. You fill out your questionnaire. You get that confirmation number, you put it into your housing contract, you sign, mom signs, and that one page gets returned to the housing office by June 1, 5 p.m. on June 1st. My transfer students, because your SIR date is June 1st, that's right, transfer students get until June 1st to say yes or no. Your housing date again is June 10th. June 10th for transfer. Whew, okay, June's over. We are excited. We celebrated Flag Day. All is well in the world. Now it's July. July 1st, you are required to submit your transcripts. That's right, your high school transcript, any community college work or university work you may have done. For my transfer students, all transfer work done. So if you went to De Anza and Foothill, I want both of those. If you went to an education abroad program in Spain, I want that transcript as well. I want all of your transcripts. Now, when it comes to June 1st and this transcript deadline, for those of you who are internationally based and your high school is still in session June 1st, shoot me an email telling me that. You won't be penalized if you're still in session and you can't send me an official transcript because, well, you're not done with school yet. But for everybody else, before you leave on summer vacation, you walk to your counseling office or the registrar and you ask for your official transcript to be sent to UCSB. That official transcript gets mailed to the Office of Admissions, 1210 Cheadle Hall, Santa Barbara, California, 93106. Again, 1210 Cheadle Hall, Santa Barbara, California, 93106. That official transcript is needed to be postmarked by that July 1st date. Why? Well, I can't start your new student profile until you do. What's a new student profile, you ask? Well, that allows me to look at all of the credits I'm going to give you. Maybe it's that you took that AP exam with a 3, 4, or 5, and now I get to give you college units. Maybe it's that you finished that IB diploma. Maybe you took a college class in Spanish, so now you don't have to take it at the UCSB level for general education. If you want me to give you those credits, I need those transcripts. So all of that gets done over the course of the summer. All right, I'm not done yet. A few more deadlines to think about. I do have AP or IB exams. I need to send those officially to UCSB as well if I haven't already done so. We give you a little bit more time on those. We give you until July 15th because most AP exam scores aren't in that June 1st yet. So again, that's another thing to put on your calendar. July 1st, I'm sending my transcript, if not beforehand. No later than July 15th, I'm sending AP and IB scores because I'm a freshman. Life is good. It's still summer. I'm enjoying July. The weather's gorgeous. I'm going to come vacation in Santa Barbara just to see what it's like. I'm going to go on the family vacation with mom and dad so that they can give me presents as I go away to college. Right? All is well in the world. And then August hits. And a few of you might be thinking, okay, I'm kind of bored being home now. I need to leave. My parents are smothering me. I'm tired of them. They're making me clean my room all the time. They're making me do laundry now. They never made me do that before. What's wrong with the world? I need to leave. Well, come to college. UCSB, for our incoming freshman students, happens to have a program called Freshman Summer Start. Freshman Summer Start was mailed to you guys in your admissions admit brochure. So when you saw the letter, congratulations, you're admitted, you also had something in there that talked about Freshman Summer Start. It's essentially your opportunity to start UCSB during the summer as opposed to waiting for fall. Yes, you can do that! Summer school, yay! Now, Freshman Summer Start will start on August 1st. So you move in a few days beforehand. They're in San Miguel Residence Hall. If you want to stay in that residence hall all year long, you can do that. What you're going to find is that means you end up living with your roommate during the summer. Great, great, great options. Now, Freshman Summer Start will allow you to register for, I think it's 12 units. Don't quote me on that one. It will allow you to register for classes. You're going to register for classes. You're going to be in these summer programs, which tend to be a little bit smaller, so it's a great baby step into the fall. You're going to have 400 and something friends from the Freshman Start program. You're all going to know each other by first name. You're going to know where all the buildings are. There are coffee hours with faculty. There's trips to the zoo. There's things that you can do. You're going to be that well-seasoned UCSB student on the first day of class when everyone's going, wow, there's bikes. What's going on? You're going to be going, ugh, I got this. So if you're interested in Freshman Summer Start, I didn't make this on the calendar, so I apologize, but that really should be coming in May as well, that May 1st time frame. And pending space, they'll stay open, but that's really, really popular this year. So I'm doing Freshman Summer Start. I'm really excited. There's going to be a week lull between Freshman Summer Start and the first week of class, that move-in time frame. Okay, it's now September. The leaves are changing colors. Not really in Santa Barbara. We don't have different seasons, but in other parts of the world, the leaves are changing colors. So in September, usually the first week or so, housing will now send you a contract that says, here's your room assignment, here's your roommate, talk to each other, decide who's bringing what, who's bringing the microwave, no microwaves, who's bringing the refrigerator, who's bringing the television, what's your color scheme? Oh, great, you're liking purples, I like purples, that doesn't offend me, let's do it. So you're going to find that that's September. Yes, I know, you're doing the math right now, right? I turned in my contract June 1st, and I don't hear anything until September? Yes. Learn to live with it, people. That's, again, how long we take to read through all of your questionnaires and really get a grasp of who you are so that we pair you with someone who's going to really, really understand you, who's going to be a great friend. Whew, okay, it's September. I've got my housing contract. September 15th. Mark it down on mom's or dad's calendar because September 15th, the fall fees are now due. That means I have to pay. If I don't pay by September 15th, all those wonderful classes I registered for during orientation may be dropped. And all of a sudden I'm going, what's going on? Why don't I have a room? I'm confused. Deadlines, people, deadlines. September 15th, you have to pay for fall quarter. And as I said, then it's September 28th, it's September 29th, and it's move-in weekend. I know it's a well-oiled machine at UCSB. You'll be assigned one of those two dates. So remember, your housing contract comes in early September. It will tell you, you can move in on Saturday the 28th. You could move in on Saturday the 29th. And then you'll make arrangements to come to UCSB to move into your residence hall, to meet your roommate, to have fun, to cry as mom drives away. And then you go, she's gone? Yeah, I'm a gaucho. I've got a whole bunch of friends, 4,000 new freshmen that are my closest friends. I've got 1,500 transfer students that are rocking at my first quarter. That's what the first week is all about, getting to know your friends, getting to know your new friends, getting to see campus. And then you buckle down, and October 2nd, you go to class and you're a really good student. That's your calendar, at least from now until the first day of class. Okay, questions. I do see questions, so let me go back and answer those questions. So question number 1 is, okay, my statement of intent to register says that I have to give a deposit. How much is that and where do I pay it? Okay, great question. So your statement of intent to register will require a $100 deposit. That deposit can be paid in one of two ways. Number 1, you can do an e-check. That's right, you enter the information from mom and dad's check, the routing number, into a secure site on the applicant portal. And then that $100 deposit is withdrawn from your bank account or mom's bank account, and you have successfully submitted your statement of intent to register. Option number 2, conspiracy theory. I don't like my information on the web. What do? You can push the little print button on your application or your applicant portal's SIR. You can mail in a check and we'll process it that way. Follow the instructions on who to make that check out to based off of the statement of intent to register. All right, let's see. Can I turn in my SIR in person? Sure, we'd love to say hi, say congratulations in person. If you're visiting campus, you're able to submit your statement of intent to register in the Office of Admissions. That office is 1210 Cheadle Hall. That's right, 1210 Cheadle Hall. All right, so you've got your statement of intent to register questions. Let's see. Do you have aerospace engineering majors? The answer is no, I don't have an aerospace engineering. I have mechanical engineering. I have an amazing mechanical engineering program at UCSB. My chancellor is a mechanical engineer. Actually, he's an aerospace engineer who teaches in the mechanical engineering department. What you're going to find that's really interesting about the College of Engineering is that there are quite a few different emphasis, not official, minors or things to that nature, but tracks within engineering that you can use. I'm a mechanical engineer. I want to study polymers. I'm, a chemical engineer. I'm looking to do biology and bioengineering research. So you're going to find that some of the most profound and well-respected bioengineers are actually at UCSB. Surprise, right? So you're going to see that those emphasis within the different core 5 engineering programs are available to you. Ooh, one of the best brochures for my engineers is called Gear. That happens to be available to you at engineering.ucsb.edu. Engineering.ucsb.edu. Go to their publications page, find this, and you'll see all of those requirements for engineers. You'll see the sample of a freshman year fall coursework. You'll see a sample of what you should be taking your sophomore year, all of that fun stuff, and that will get you ready to go for UCSB. Great resource for my engineers. All right, I'm seeing questions. I'm excited. Let's keep going. All right, next question is, I haven't received my financial aid. When will that come in the mail? Great question. It won't. We don't mail it out anymore. We like to think of ourselves as a green campus. Sustainability is really important to us. So what you need to do is, if you filed a FAFSA, that free application for federal student aid, by that March 2nd deadline, and you were admitted to UCSB, go back into your applicant portal, the same place where you saw, congratulations, you're admitted. Look on the left-hand side of the page, and there's going to be a link that says financial aid or unofficial award letter, something to that nature. Click on it, and that will lead you to the financial aid portal that gives you an outline of how much it's going to cost to be a student next year, how much you're getting in grants, scholarships, loans, and or work study. So it's not going to be mailed to you. You have to go into your applicant portal. Oh, financial aid questions are coming. By the way, guys, my financial aid advisor is in the financial aid chat room. She is happy to answer all of these questions for you in detail. She'll be there for another 20 minutes, so go ask. Let's see. How does the deferred action work for SIR deposit? So when it comes to UCSB and your application, you entered information about your finances, and pending on that information, we're able to say, you know what, we're going to defer your payment. We're going to, let your financial aid coverage pick up that $100 deposit. If you're eligible for that, you have to click the button that says you want to SIR electronically. And if you're eligible, there's going to be a little button that says defer. And if you click that defer button, then it allows you to skip sending in that $100 deposit right now, and instead it'll come out of your financial aid later. You're welcome. If you don't see the button, it means you're not eligible for it. You'll have to submit that $100 deposit in either a check that you mail to us or an electronic check online. All right, let's see. You said advanced placement credit. Can you tell me what is a passing score? I would be happy to. So for the advanced placement tests that you've already taken, a 3, a 4, or a 5 will earn you college units. Yay! How exciting, right? College units, college units. Now, May is also advanced placement month, and I know a lot of you are gearing up to take the test. So I want you to take a deep breath. And remember, if you pass the test with a 3, 4, or 5, yay! If you don't, you're already admitted. I still like you. I'm not going to take away your admission. So good luck on all your AP exams in the next month. I hope you guys do well. That's why we ask you to send all of those AP, IB exams by July 15th officially, and then we'll give you all your college units. Now, on that particular note, one more date that you need to know as an admitted student. Okay. For my freshman admitted students, there were quite a few emails that went out from the University of California talking about this test called the Analytical Writing Placement Exam. The Analytical Writing Placement Exam is an English placement test. So if you need to take the Analytical Writing and Placement Exam, it means that you did not score 3, 4, or 5 on the AP English test. It means that you didn't get a 6 or better on the IB English. I want to make a little note, not every IB English class counts for that, so just beware. Maybe it's that you took the SAT and the writing subject or the writing subset wasn't at a particular number. If you're unsure about what those particular numbers are or whether or not you really have to take the test, go on to the University of California or go to Google. Google AWPE University of California, and there's going to be a page that comes up. If you're unsure who to talk to, you're like, I don't want to Google anything. There's a few numbers on here, and one of them is an email account. This email account right here is my email for the University of California. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. You can even address them to me. I'm happy to help you guys with that. But that's one more thing that you have to be aware that's coming up in May, because everything happens in May. Okay, back to the questions. Conspiracy. Yes, you're welcome. I like making jokes too. Question, how accurate is the unofficial financial aid award letter? I can't speak for everyone, but what I do know is that depending on whether or not you were accurate on your FAFSA with numbers or if you use estimated numbers, that's how accurate your financial aid award letter is going to be. So if you estimated your financial aid or your family's income, then the unofficial award letter is probably going to be a little off. If you have questions about that financial aid, look right there, my friends. There is a great email address that you should use. Financial aid rocks. I love them. They are great colleagues. They happen to have about a 24 to 48 hour window to reply to your emails from that email address. And they're also available usually in their office from, I think it's 10 to noon or 9 to noon and then 1 to 4 Monday through Friday. But call them before you show up at their door just to make sure that they're open. Whew, okay. Let's see. I've got saying deferred action worked for me. Yay, good for you. All right, so deferred action for childhood arrivals, DACA, and a social security number. I do want to make sure you realize this. For those of you who have a DACA social, that is not for financial aid use for a FAFSA. It should not be used for anything but a job placement. I just need to say that out loud. Let's see. Do I have to take math? I see something about a math placement test on your orientation website. Ooh, that's a great question. So when it comes to set number of majors, there is a math requirement. So you have to test into that math. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to take an online math test before you arrive at orientation. So you have a few months still because the first orientation isn't until June. That online math test is going to be linked from the orientation page, and you'll know if you have to take it based off of the majors listed on that orientation page. So read the details, people. Okay. Let's see, more questions. I love it. Keep asking, guys. I am here to answer your questions. All right. Let's see. My parents, I love this one. My parents want to move to California. Will that make me a resident? My parents want to move to California too. This is a gorgeous place to live in. Honestly, one of the things that I love about Santa Barbara is this sense of community. It's also a great tourist town, so there's often 1,000 things to do every week, from lectures to concerts. The Santa Barbara Bowl has their concert series out, and there are some amazing concerts that are coming. Jack Johnson is doing 2 shows. You have, everything from Peter Gabriel to Snoop Dogg at the Santa Barbara Bowl. So, of course people want to come visit. Your parents can visit you. If they choose to buy real estate in Santa Barbara, then that means you're filthy rich. Of course they can move in. Otherwise, note that when it comes to questions like residency, I can't answer them. I am so sorry. I'm in the admissions office. But the residency deputy can answer those questions if you email him at residency@sa.ucsb.edu. Again, email him at residency@sa.ucsb.edu. Whew. All right, we're almost done with our questions. Oh, no. Yes. Okay, here we go. Next question, and this one I like as well. When it comes to choosing UCSB, why should I say yes? That's a loaded question. So why should I say yes? Well, I'm not going to tell you that we're the best school out there, but what I'm saying is that we might be the right fit for you. So here are some questions to ask yourself as you're finding the right fit. How far away from home do you want to be? We have the Santa Barbara Airport, which will allow students from out of state to jump on a plane and go home. United, American, Frontier, they all fly out of the Santa Barbara Airport, and it's one bus stop away from campus. The bus is part of your registration, so you do not need to pay to get on the bus. You've already done it by being a UCSB student. And so if you want to take the bus to the Amtrak station and take the train home, the bus to the Greyhound, if you're looking at rideshare programs, which are really dominant, there are Facebook pages going, I'm going to ride from Santa Barbara's Residence Hall to Los Angeles. Who wants to come with me? So it's a great way to really travel around. That sense of community is really important for us, and it also allows you to come into campus and to leave campus at your leisure. Our undergraduate ratio is really, really high, so most of our students are looking at the support services being geared at undergraduates. They're looking at the fact that 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio is pretty cool, and it's in line with what most private schools have. They love the fact that we teach for freshman year almost 100 freshman seminars, which are classes with faculty and no more than 20 first-year freshmen. They love the fact that we have these extended honors programs in our colleges, which give you direct access to faculty. They love the fact that faculty have office hours where they have to be in their rooms ready to talk to you, the undergraduate student that they're teaching. They love the fact that they wake up in the morning and they can hear the Pacific Ocean. They can really have this gorgeous, beautiful community. They can go hiking, they can go kayaking, they can go doing all this outdoor stuff. And if that's the right fit for you, because that's what you want for your life, your comfort, then add on top of that the academic reputation of UCSB. Add the fact that Leiden University did a world ranking of the 500 top research institutions in the world, and UCSB came in number 2. Number 2 after this really small school that I won't name because I'm not going to drop names. No, MIT. But still, for UCSB, it was exciting to see that we are thought of as this amazingly ranked opportunity for students. Not enough? You want more? Simple. I'm here. Hello. And staff like myself really have this open door policy. We want to answer your questions. We want to make sure that this feels like home. So when it comes to UCSB, if that's what you're looking for, then I welcome you to the family. If you're thinking it's too far away from home, you know what? Maybe I don't want to major in this. I want that, and UCSB doesn't offer it. Find yourself the perfect fit, guys. For those of you who just posted right now, like 7 questions came in. I didn't get admitted to engineering. Can I transfer? I'm going to be really honest, guys. It's not easy to change your major into engineering. I don't want to use the word impossible. It's really, really hard because it's pending space in the engineering major of your choice, and there's not a lot of open space. So if you got admitted to another campus and there's an engineering under the major you're admitted to, and you want to be an engineer, go to that school and then come here to graduate school. I mean, honestly, that's really important. So again, we're not selling UCSB. We're asking, are we the right fit for you? And if the answer is yes, then you're part of the Gaucho family. Whew. Okay, let me answer all those questions that just came in. All right. Questions. How accessible are counselors? Good question. What type of counselor? I've got lots of counselors, honey. Oh, yes, I do. So I've got counselors in your college. So the College of Letters and Science, for example, they have peer counselors that can answer your general questions. I want to drop in. I want to ask, can I get a progress check towards graduation? Or, hey, I need a petition to change this, or blah, blah, blah. Then you've got professional staff that work with you to help you with all of your degree requirements. And then you've got advisors within your major. So I'm a biology student, one of the 100 biology students at UCSB. And I want to make sure that I'm picking the right biology major because there's 10. Aquatic biology, biochem, molecular biology, microbiology, pharmacology, physiology, la, 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 la. Which one's the right one? Well, let me go talk to the advisor and see the differences and sort of find my niche. So there's that type of advising. Hey, maybe you're the first in your family to go to college. Yay! Congratulations! I don't know where to start. Who do I go to? We have EOP, the Educational Opportunity Program. Now, remember your UC application? There was a little button that said, would you like to be part of EOP? And half of you were like, I don't know what that is. And you kept going. For those of you who just skipped it, EOP is our Educational Opportunity Program. It is for our students who are the first in their family to go to college, those first generation college-bound students. It's for our students from low-income family households or from our students who are underrepresented minorities. So Chicano Latino, African American, American Indian, and EOP is there as an extra advising. So maybe it's culturally that you want someone to help you as a counselor, maybe someone who relates to you and your background that way, or maybe it's just, I need someone who looks like me. Again, there's EOP. I think that there are just a dozen or more options for counseling. You also have career counseling. Okay, I don't know my major. I'm one of those undeclared kids. What do I do? Well, let's go take an assessment test and see where my strengths lie and then start looking at what majors I might start taking classes in to find my major. Maybe it's, okay, I need a job. I need a counselor to tell me what to do. Step one, what do I do? Amazing career services to get you going. There are plenty of counselors. They are available to you. At worst, you might have to wait a week to get an appointment. At best, you wait in line and you wait a little while to see one in a drop-in basis. I love my counselors. Okay, here we go. I see more questions, so let me keep going. My parents are asking about health insurance. Where does that come in? I see it in my steps to enrollment. Okay, great question, and that is because every UCSB student must have health insurance. That's right, everybody. I don't want you to get sick. I don't want you to fall down, scrape your knee, and go, oh, I can't go to a doctor. So, if you do not have health insurance, you have to buy ours, the University of California health insurance policy, and you'll see those instructions. You'll see that payment due by that September 15th with your fall quarter fees. If mom and dad have you on their plan and you don't have or you don't want to buy extra insurance, then you can do a waiver, and that waiver is that steps to enrollment that you're talking about on the admissions portal site. Click on it and it'll take you to the student health page where you're going to see the waiver and all the information you have to fill out. Now, I do want to make sure you know this, fine print. There are some health insurances that don't cover in Santa Barbara. I know, for example, Kaiser is not covered in Santa Barbara because it's too far away for the nearest physician. So if you have Kaiser, you have to use our health insurance. So just make sure you read through all that fine print to find those details. Okay. How do I know if I'm part of EOP? So if you are part of EOP, you might have gotten an invitation to our open house in the EOP program. If you did not, then that's not a problem, girl. I still like you. You can register for EOP when you're here at orientation or when you start in the fall. And EOP services are for everyone because we love everybody. We're inclusive. We do. So you can just go in going, hey, I want to be part of the EOP barbecue on the first day of class. I want my hamburger. I want my hot dog. Come on over, girlfriend. We got you covered. Okay, I see more questions. If you are a pre-bio, then can you specialize in one of the 9 areas you're speaking of, or is it hard to switch? Oh, no. It is easy to change your major from anything in the College of Letters and Science your freshman year, even mostly your sophomore year. So if I want to go from pre-biological sciences to pre-aquatic biology, no problem. If right now I want to go from undeclared to zoology, no problem. If in a month I want to change from chemistry to physics, no problem. If my freshman year I want to change from anthropology to classics, no problem. It's when I want to go from undeclared to engineering. Oh, there's a problem. So just realize you want to talk to your advisors. If you know right now what your change of major is, send us an email. Send it right here. UCSB for me at sa.ucsb.edu. In the email, say changing your major. Make sure you give me your UCSB perm number and make sure you give me your full name, and I'd appreciate your date of birth. People, side note, I apologize, but when you're sending any admissions office an email, sign it with your full name, people. Don't be giving me the, hey, Pablo, and I don't know who Pablo is. You want to know how many Pablos I have applied to UCSB? So please, please, please sign your full name on all your emails to your colleges. Whew, okay, that was my preaching moment. I'm sorry. I just had to help you. I'm just helping you now. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I see 3 more questions. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of them. So I want to make sure you guys realize that this is just the beginning of a relationship. That's right. Tia Cuca is here for you to answer your questions. So are the rest of the admissions staff. Look how cute our staff are. Look right there. See? Many of our staff are also Spanish speakers. We do have someone who speaks Mandarin. So if you have questions, all you have to do is ask. You can call us, you can email us, you can come visit. We'll be on College Week Live multiple times throughout the summer, so just stay in touch. I want to make sure that you have all of your questions answered, so just stay in touch. Also, I want to make sure that if you're coming to visit campus, our registration calendar has been filling up, so make sure that you jump online. Anything that's open will be shown with an actual link. If it's closed, it goes away from the reservation calendar. You can find that reservation calendar under the admissions.ucsb.edu page. If you've got friends who are sophomores, who are juniors, and they want to be as cool and as hip as you know that new Gaucho congratulations, you're admitted letter, you want them to get one in the future as well, have them visit with you. Have them walk around campus. If mom and dad have questions, have them email us. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, again, congratulations! Yay, we welcome you to the Gaucho family. Good luck in making your decision, and remember your deadlines, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, take care, buenas noches.